Best thing is to get rid of him, get a big stick and hit him with it.
When I'm driving a car, I have no hesitation of running over them whatsoever.
I couldn't do without them. They're friends.
He was jubilant about the whole affair, and more so that he said this, and I quote, "We've got these bloody grubs by the balls this time, and we'll go on to bigger and brighter things." But tragically, we didn't have the grubs by the balls, they had us by the balls.
Amplexus is a sexual act where the male grasps the female. But of course, first he's got to get his female. And after the rains, when you have big areas of temporary water, fresh water, the males will gather around the ponds and they'll call. And the call, of course, attracts the female. And it goes something like this. And I suppose the female picks the best or the sweetest of those calls. And when she approaches close, the male will then grasp her into Amplexus. And he does that by getting his forearms, which you'll notice are very, very strong, and he pushes them into the side just under the ribs.
Queensland toads, they're everywhere you are. No matter where you roam, you can hear them from afar. They hop and they dance to every romance. Queensland toads, they're everywhere you are. In the cane on the road, there'll always be Queensland toads.
Well, as you see now, I have quite a few which I attract by using a light which is not very powerful, which attracts insects, and also occasionally I feed them with scats. You can hear now a noise probably in the background, which is a toad which is probably mating. And that's what I like about them.
It's not only a pleasant noise, it's a friendly noise, and I love it.
We often see them mating right here in front of us on the lawn.
That's the hard question, to think of them as friends. They're just friends.
They are harmless, and they jump on us, jump on my feet, and they have no fear at all of coming near me or anybody that's with me.
The death of my native cat led me into kind of an eternal revenge against.
The cane toads attacked the goldfish in the pond as they swim around in the water. The cane toads attacked them and tried to get onto the fish and strangle them, and consequently they killed quite a few fish. The cane toads were looking for someone to something to mate with.
I've had them attempt to mate with my foot. I've had them attempt to amplex with my hand. But most often, I've seen them trying to amplex with hunks of mud.
An adult male toad was observed during amplexus with an adult female toad. At least 3 factors appeared quite unique about this situation. First, the female was dead, and had been for some time. It appeared as if she had fallen victim to a car. The limbs were already stiff, abdomen greatly distended, and the smell of putrefaction about her. Secondly, of course, it appears strange that the male should be so intent as to fail to observe the female's condition. Thirdly, the time and place we encountered this pair was unusual. It was at 1400 hours on a sunny afternoon, but even more interesting was the location, the middle of the road. The sexual drive appears strong enough in these toads to explain his accepting her, but his continuance through a possible 8 hours of daylight seems rather strange.
When I tickle his tummy, he really likes it. But if I tickle his feet, he doesn't like it.
Well, I really go out of my way to run over cane toads basically because I have a very profound love of the wildlife that occurs here naturally. If it was possible to remove them and totally eradicate them from Australia, and I was capable of doing it, I would spend a lifetime doing exactly that.